CBS News Miami.
Good afternoon and thank you for joining us. I'm Naja Sherman and welcome to CBS News Miami's 4 p.m. Quickcast. The stand your ground hearing for one of the officers who opened fire during a 2019 shootout is happening right now. There were some emotional moments today. The family of a UPS driver killed in the shooting had to leave the courtroom. CBS News Miami's Ted Scouten has the report from Fort Lauderdale.
Right now, attorneys for that officer are trying to lay the groundwork for that stand your ground defense. They're trying to show that the officers knew just how dangerous those suspects were. Meanwhile, the state is trying to say that police tactics that day were flawed. Graphic body cam video is played in court in the stand your ground hearing for Miami-Dade police officer Jose Mateo. He and 3 other officers are facing manslaughter charges for a shootout that killed 2 innocent victims in December of 2019. That video was so graphic that the family of killed UPS driver Frank Ordonis left the courtroom.
It's heartbreaking, very heartbreaking. As you can see, my wife had to leave the court and in tears. So is my son. Actually, it's the first time we've seen that video.
Do not approach the vehicle. The subjects have shot at units multiple times.
The melee started after 2 armed robbery suspects hijacked a UPS truck after pulling off a jewelry heist in Coral Gables. They kidnapped the driver and led police on a dangerous 2-county chase. It ended in rush hour traffic on Miramar Parkway. That's when the deadly gunfire erupted. Shot dead were the 2 suspects, along with the UPS driver and driver Richard Cutshaw. If Mateo is able to use a stand your ground defense, the charges would be dismissed. The state is trying to prove that it does not apply, arguing that the 2 innocent victims killed were not the aggressors and that police tactics were flawed. That hearing is scheduled to wrap up on Thursday. However, there are still dozens of witnesses left to take the stand. In Fort Lauderdale, Ted Scouten, CBS News Miami.
Always tracking, always alerting. This is Next Weather.
And taking a live look outside, it is a very hot day across South Florida, but we are tracking the timing of some showers that may help cool us down a bit. Next weather meteorologist Shane Hinton has the look ahead.
Hey there, Naja. Yeah, many people are supposed to be enjoying their pumpkin spice lattes right now officially. First day, thank goodness. I love a good pumpkin spice latte, but all I'm feeling is the spice of South Florida. Just look at the feels-like temperatures across the area right now. I mean, areas such as Pompano Beach and Pembroke Pines, you currently feel like you're 107 degrees. Doesn't feel fall-like. You know, it's going to be a while till it feels very fall-like. In fact, upper 90s in Marathon is probably one of the coolest areas, unfortunately, right now. Now, will we see some showers and storms? Yes, we could see some of those to cool off a few. Not everyone, though. You can see the radar loop over the past several hours has activity that's fairly isolated. If we kind of zoom in here locally, you can now see just a bolt of lightning, or maybe now 3 bolts of lightning even over the Everglades. Now, we could see some of these kind of pushing a little bit closer to the metro areas. Our rain chances only around a 30 to 40% chance throughout the rest of the evening. You can see on the Next Weather rain tracker that these could kind of linger around Broward and Miami-Dade. This is at 6 o'clock this evening. As we push toward the early evening time hours, we can maybe have them push a little bit closer to the coastline by 8 or 9 o'clock. Not everyone is expected to get rainfall. Like I said, only about a 30 to 40% chance here. We'll see the chance for maybe some coastal showers tomorrow morning, but I don't see them pushing further inland. They'll basically fizzle apart before that sea breeze setup develops for the afternoon, where we see those storms developing over the Everglades and then making a run toward our metro areas. So we will hold on to another 30 to 40% chance for showers and storms tomorrow. Notice, though, our rain chances leap upwards as we head toward the holiday weekend. It does look like we could have a fairly soggy one. I don't think it's going to be a washout every hour of every day, but you do see those rain chances jump up to a 60 to 70% chance as we will be tracking a stalled frontal boundary just to the north of us, and I do think that is going to lock us in on the wetter side of that cold front. Hourly forecast throughout the rest of this afternoon and the evening, you'll notice temperatures still in the lower 90s on the thermometer, making it to the mid 80s by the early evening. For those who have dinner time plans, if you want to grab that umbrella just to be on the safe side, go ahead. No, most will not need it. Tomorrow morning, we wake up in the upper 70s to lower 80s, another steamy start for us, and it'll be another steamy afternoon. Feels like temperatures are hovering anywhere from 100 to 107. I do think we'll stay below heat advisory criteria, but certainly still hot. As we track the tropics, we are still keeping our eyes on Tropical Storm Fernan that is going to continue moving out into the northern Atlantic, posing no threat to us, and there are no other areas of tropical development that we are concerned about over the next 7 days. Speaking of the next 7 days, let's take a take a look at your 7-day forecast. Rain chances, as I mentioned, going to be trending higher as we head into the weekend. We'll still hold on to highs in the upper 80s to lower 90s as we head into the beginning of next week.
Shane, thank you. We have some breaking news. We have just learned the identities of the 3 South Florida victims in the deadly turnpike crash in Fort Pierce. FHP told us just moments ago that 30-year-old Herbie Dufresne of Florida City, 54-year-old Rodriguez Dorr of Miami, and 37-year-old Fannie Loa Joseph of Pompano Beach were killed. Officials say they were inside the minivan that crashed into the tractor trailer. It happened when the driver made an illegal U-turn. The truck driver is now charged in that crash. Hardinger Singh was denied bond in St. Lucie County over the weekend. Officials say he is an undocumented immigrant. Now at 4, communities across South Florida are pushing back on the state's order to remove all rainbow crosswalks. Protesters in Wilton Manors and Fort Lauderdale say they believe their communities are being targeted and worry it's a slippery slope. The state says it's not about politics, but rather safety. The state says the colors can serve as a distraction to drivers. Some cities are not giving in as easily. Key West says they're going to fight this order. Fort Lauderdale is holding an emergency meeting tomorrow. A family-owned restaurant in Little Havana plans to reopen. It's after a fire nearly destroyed the business. Video shows smoke and flames coming from La Esquina de la Fama yesterday afternoon. Officials say when the fire broke out, there were a few employees inside.
Estábamos todo el mundo trabajando igual que un día normal.
We were working like any normal day, and we went in, and that's when we saw smoke and the sparks of flame.
The owner says the restaurant has been open for 14 years. Investigators are still looking into what caused the fire. Now to the Trump presidency. President Trump dug in on his promise to terminate the Federal Reserve governor. He also threatened new measures to crack down on urban crime. CBS News Miami's Erica Brown has the latest from the White House.
Speaking of that,
President Trump is raising the stakes on his crackdown on crime in the nation's capital.
if somebody kills somebody in the Capitol, Washington, D.C., we're going to be seeking the death penalty.
More than 2,000 National Guard troops are patrolling the streets of Washington to fight crime, some of them carrying their service weapons. President Trump says Baltimore or Chicago could be next. The Maryland and Illinois governors have pushed back.
You would think that Illinois would have such a problem with crime, such a bad governor. He should be calling me, and he should be saying, could you send over the troops, please? It's out of control.
In the 7th cabinet meeting of his second term, President Trump accused cities of falsifying their crime statistics. In a long and wide-ranging discussion, he also kept up the pressure on the Federal Reserve. Speaking from the cabinet room, newly decorated with gold accents, the president did not back away from his plan to fire Fed Governor Lisa Cook over allegations of mortgage fraud. Cook says she will not resign. Her attorney adding in a statement, the attempt to fire Cook lacks any factual or legal basis, and we will be filing a lawsuit challenging this illegal action.
She seems to have had an infraction, and she can't have an infraction, especially that infraction, because she's in charge of, if you think about it, mortgages, and we need people that are 100% above board.
The president's ongoing clash with the Fed could undermine the central bank's independence, given the White House unprecedented power over the nation's monetary policy. Erica Brown, CBS News, the White House.
When we come back, a team of researchers in Miami are dedicating themselves to save our coral reefs here in South Florida. In this week's Miami Proud, there's a team at the University of Miami working hard to save coral reefs. Our next weather meteorologist, Dave Warren, joined them on an expedition.
So today is special. Today is unique in that this rescue reef expedition is part of a much bigger project called the Miami Community Resiliency Project.
Dalton Hesley has a reason to be excited. He's been on these reefs before many times, but today he's not on a research trip with other researchers.
So today, our University of Miami team and Coral Restoration Lab is working with the public through the Miami Community Resiliency Project.
These are not university students, but citizen scientists, local residents who today get to join the team and not only see what the rescue reef team is doing, but do it as well.
hands-on. So they're helping us garden corals, use them for research and active restoration.
This is Dr. Gloria Blaze.
I'm more of a land person, so looking forward to being an ocean person as well.
She is the program manager at the Miami Resiliency Project. Today, she and these other community members get that chance.
So it's an opportunity for them to not only see, but also help with the amazing science and restoration that the university and other programs are doing in Miami.
This trip today addresses one of the biggest challenges to getting the word out about the corals and the restoration work, according to Dalton.
They're hard to access. You don't see them. They're not really in your literal backyard.
Getting here is an adventure, avoiding the hazards on the surface, like this water spout not too far from the boat, just to get underneath and do the work.
Very rewarding. I get to feel like I'm contributing to my community. And then for South Florida, I think it's a unique opportunity that a lot of places don't have, so I think we should take advantage of it.
Achille Lagans is one of the citizen scientists with the group today. Just getting under the surface may be rewarding, but the work they are helping with is serving a valuable purpose.
Coral reefs are struggling right now. We've seen significant decline in a relatively short amount of time to where they're literally on the brink.
The Rescue a Reef program is working great by itself.
We went from being able to grow and restore hundreds of corals to thousands, nearing tens of thousands.
But now a new group of future scientists are working on their first corals through the partnership with the Resiliency Project.
It's making things that are happening in Miami-Dade more accessible, but also fun for people that normally don't come out.
With hopes that those that may not normally come out, planning to come back again or join the fight however they can.
More people that understand and appreciate, the more we're going to see conservation.
Dave Warren, CBS News, Miami.
Love is in the air. It's a love story, and baby, she said yes. Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce are officially engaged. The couple announced their engagement with 5 photos uploaded to Instagram. Many speculated early on that the relationship was a publicity stunt, but the NFL star and global musician are locked in for the long run. Congrats to the newly engaged couple. And that does it for your CBS News Miami Quickcast. I'm Naja Sherman. Stay tuned for more news right here on CBS News Miami, and have a great day.